Webisode 57DGXWGb, August 13th. 2025 RFK Junior visits the CDC 3 days after shooting after decades verbally attacking the CDC cartoon, one of 4 Cell 14 staffers. A young woman, an older woman, a young man, and an older man, all in CDC-labeled lab coats, are on a Zoom call showing their faces, and the Zoom call is labeled Virtual Meeting about RFK Junior Visit with a 5th staffer at a desk labeled CDC Room 1000, and one watching the Zoom call. Cell 2, the staffer in Room 1000, and one looks down the hall and sees RFK Junior surrounded by security men coming towards him. The staffer says RFK Junior is in the CDC building. Cell 3, the staffer, tells the Zoom callers RFK Junior is at the active crime scene. Cell 4, all 4 people on the Zoom call shout "Show RFK Junior" the 180 bullet holes in the CDC windows. Cartoon 2 of 4 Cell 1, an attractive young woman, an attractive young man dressed in lab coats watch a reporter on TV say the shooter thought the COVID-19 vaccine caused his depression. Cell 2, the attractive young man, tells the attractive young woman RFK Jr. said COVID-19 caused a lot of things. Did he say it caused depression? Cell 3, the attractive young woman, answers the COVID-19 vaccine might cause survivor guilt. Cell 4, the attractive young man, tells the attractive young woman, you get the shot and survive, someone else dies without the shot, you might get depressed. Cartoon 3 of 4 Cell 1, a reporter on a TV program dated January 2025. Private emails show RFK Jr. false claims about COVID-19 shots linking vaccines to autism. Cell 2, the reporter in January 2025, continues. An RFK Jr. niece, a physician, shared RFK Jr. emails to try to stop the RFK Jr. confirmation. Cell 3, an attractive young woman and attractive young man dressed in lab coats watch RFK Jr. talking on TV, and the young woman says RFK Jr. said thimerosal containing vaccines cause autism, but that claim is debunked. Cell 4, the attractive young man, tells the attractive young woman no COVID-19 vaccines distributed in the United States contain thimerosal anyway. Cartoon 4 of 4 Cell 1, a reporter on a TV program dated August 11th. 2025 says for some CDC employees, the shooting highlighted growing hostility toward public health officials. Cell 2, the TV reporter, continues hostility shaped by the RFK Junior long history of spreading vaccine, including COVID vaccine misinformation. Cell 3, the reporter, continues CDC people feel this is a natural progression when you denigrate science and public health. Cell 4, the reporter, concludes RFK Jr. has verbally attacked federal workers. Cat's corner strategy with Tiger and Leone, saying the quiet part out loud. Roar. Hi, I am Tiger. Our human asked us to get up from our naps and start Cat's corner strategy with Tiger and Leone. She gave us a list of internet allies which we will post for her here.
Hi, I am Leone. It is better for your mental fitness to go to these websites than to go to bro sites for advice. Substack letters from an American Heather Cox Richardson. Substack your local epidemiologist. The Midas Touch. The Guardian. The New York Times.
One introduction. Rosette view. The United States government was on track in the Biden administration to reduce the prices for both clean energy heat pumps and clean energy electric cars. Trump tariffs are expected to upset those plans to prevent future air pollution and prevent climate change. The United States government should, instead of certifying wood stoves as safe when they are not safe, go forward with regulations that ban wood stove use and direct government money for use of forest refuse only for home building and furniture building. For just a few examples of use of forest products for non-burning uses, it is well known from scientific and medical research that wood burning is a substantial source of PM 2.5 emissions, yet the wood burning industry uses the scientifically debunked theory named carbon neutrality of wood burning to argue that wood burning replacing coal burning in industry, and in a trickle-down argument that wood burning should continue for home heating should continue. Presumably because it is called renewable, wood may be renewable in the sense that a tree can be planted in the place of a cut-down burned tree, but it takes centuries or decades for the newly planted tree to attain the stature of the cut-down burned tree. During those centuries or decades, photosynthesis, which converts CO2 to oxygen, and so sequesters some carbon, will not take place at the same rate as photosynthesis was performed previously, and wood burning emits both CO2 and PM 2.5, and PM 2.5 is Not absorbed by trees, so PM 2.5 is not diminished by planting a tree in the place of a cut down and burn tree. In fact, a living tree closes its pores against the presence of PM 2.5 from nearby wood burning, just as humans hold their breath in the presence of PM 2.5 from nearby wood burning. And when a tree closes its pores, the level of photosynthesis that absorbs CO2 pollution goes down. Wood burning emits 90% PM 2.5 particulate matter of 2.5 micrometer size, the perfect size to infiltrate the human lung, setting off a cascade of human health problems and early deaths. Contrary to many beliefs, wood burning emits 2.8 times the PM 2.5 as the fossil fuel coal burning, and wood burning emits 450 times the PM 2.5 as the fossil fuel natural gas burning. Replacing coal burning with wood burning creates more air pollution in the form of CO2 and PM 2.5 than coal burning. This emission data comes from testing the cleanest burning wood stove in the United Kingdom, the Eco-Design Wood Stove. An international convention does not count the emissions from wood burning. The emissions from wood burning are erased from all countries around the world when calculating if each country has met its climate goals. This non-counting or erasure of wood burning emissions data from climate goals does not mean wood burning emissions do not exist. ROSEP View purple air PM 2.5 monitors hanging from the eaves of the house of a near neighbor should be used to measure the level of PM 2.5 in the air hyperlocally in the yards of near neighbors of indoor residential wood burners. If PM 2.5 levels exceed World Health Organization standards of 5 micrograms per cubic meter annually, then that evidence of air pollution from wood burning should lead to the shutdown of that indoor residential wood burning appliance, one appliance at a time if necessary.